Alrighty, so I am. Wow, my game is rough right now. I showed my fiance me playing. He was reading and I was playing, and he was looked over. He was like, "Wow, that game has some serious lag." I'm like, "Not normally, but since there's a festival going on, yes." Okay, so up here we have Oldekavar Bulger. I never said I could pronounce things well. It's going to give one of my favorite quests, the Spectre of the Black Rider. He says, "I have to tell you, I have a real problem. The hands, they say they see one of those black-cloaked big folk that have been riding to and fro, lurking around my pigsties by night. I've been thinking about selling this farm to LOTRO Volkswagen, and this Black Rider business makes me want to sell out all the more. I'm just happy LOTRO still wants to buy, considering all the queer outsiders coming through the Shire. But I'm not sure what's going on. It may be the hands just scared of the shadows. I want you to find out for me. Please go to the sties south of here by the stream by night, and see what there is to see, if anything. Search for the Black Riders by night." And we're going to accept that quest. I'm going to turn off my floating names. Now, this quest is kind of interesting because most quests in LOTRO you can just kind of do whenever or however you please. Some of them have a time limit, but this one specifically has to be done at night. And my character that I'm currently leveling up here, which is like what reminded me of this quest, already accepted it, so I couldn't record it. But there he is. There is the Black Rider of Budgeford. "I bring terror to the sties of Budgeford. Bwahaha! Fear my wrath, Bulgers of Budgeford." Does my character have fish slap? "The Bulgers are doomed. Cower before me, you will face my wrath. Woo! I have to go. So long. Oops, gotta go." And if you follow him, he runs off. Because it's pretty easy to follow him. The NPCs don't tend to be that quick, especially given their kind of janky turns. But yeah, he's just a little guy. It's very clearly a hobbit in a black cloak. And you don't have to have the quest in order for him to be visible. He might show up later tonight, but you can check the time up there, nighttime. You can check any time in Budgeford as long as it's at night. The Black Rider of Budgeford will be there, and sometimes he walks on the fence, but that could just be a path glitch. "What? A hobbit in a black cloak? My fool work hands can't tell a man from a hobbit. Something queer's going on, and I want to know what." Gonna finish that. Cloak of the Black Rider. "Cam Podfoot just told me one of his hands spotted that so-called Black Rider heading off to the east. On foot, mind you, no horse in sight, not even a pony. Cam says he was seen running through some fields on his, being chased by some wolves. It's bad enough we have to deal with unwanted nuisances like these Black Riders, but now we have to worry about wolves too? If this fellow gets himself eaten by wolves, I'll never know what's going on here, so you best do something about it. Head off to Cam Puttyfoot's fields east of Budgeford and look for any sight of that Black Rider. Look for signs of the Black Rider. I assume we're gonna find his cloak. That is a cute dog, and you deserve a pet. Aw, I can't pet you. Follow the quest arrow. It's not super duper far away. If you get there early on in the night, you're not gonna run out of nighttime. Oh, I'm so used to leveling up a low-level character that I'm like, oh my gosh, all these wolves, that's going to be such a nuisance. And if you're looking for the item, you can just hit delete on your keyboard, and it'll auto-select the nearest thing that you need to select. It also does, crafting items, though. Black Cloak. Then we're going to stoop and pick it up. Bring Black Cloak back to Oldekavar Bulger. So, we're back with Oldekavar, Cloak of the Black Rider. Ha! That's a hobbit-sized cloak, all right. It must have got snagged when he was running away. Don't worry about losing his trail. We'll have him soon. Fate of the Black Rider. Never fear, my hound. Veronica will track down the Black Rider with just a sniff of his cloak. She's the best hunter in the 4 Farthings. Maggot can talk up his grip, fang, and wolf all he likes, but I'll stake Veronica against a pack of 'em. You just follow Veronica wherever she leads, and you'll see she'll find that trespasser. Follow Veronica to the Black Rider. Veronica snuffles at the cloak, sniffs the air for a moment, and then yips excitedly. Let's go, Veronica. You know what? I'll break out my doggo too, so you don't feel alone. Maybe a corgi. What's this dog's name? Keiko. Yeah, my dog in real life, her name is Keiko. She doesn't look anything like this. She's a crusty white dog in real life, but this is what she pictures herself to look like. I like to imagine Veronica's just sniffing. It would be really cute if they... Down, Veronica! What's gotten into you? Veronica runs back to Ulvacar. And she led us to Greta Fallowhide. What? A Black Rider? Me, of all the absurd... Oh, this black cloak? Yes, I've seen it before. I sewed it. I sewed that cloak for my good-for-nothing nephew, Frogo. Little thanks I got from him, too. If you want to speak with him, he's likely at the Golden Perch in Stock. Cadaging? That's a weird one. Drinking drinks. I wonder what the cloak was for. He acted so mysterious about it. I'll take it back. Thank you very much. And you go have a word with Frogo. Talk to Frogo Fallowhide. And he's going to be at the Golden Perch and Stock. And I'll hop on in, say hello to Keiko, being a good puppy. And then I'm going to come over here to Frogo Fallowhide. Ah, well, I guess you found out about my little secret. I thought it would be so much fun. See, I met this fellow a few days ago while I was drinking. Called himself the Chief, he did. He said he was an old friend of Odo's, wanted to play a trick on him. Told me to get a black cloak and gave me some money to hunt Oldgavar's farm by night. Well now, surely you don't think I meant any harm. I never. That Chief fellow? I haven't seen him since. Come to think of it, at least now I've got some spare money for beer out of it. Oh yes, I promise not to do it again. Those wolves almost got me. I won't be running around at night anymore, that's for sure. You have a slappable face. Back to Oldgavar. Olgavar? Odovar. It doesn't really matter how you say his name. We'll just call him Odo. I suppose it wouldn't be right to report that fool to the sheriffs, but I wonder who this chief might be and why he would want to play this terrible joke on me. You don't suppose that... Lotho? No. Well, there's no way to prove anything, I guess, but if Lotho wants to buy my farm, he'll have a long wait, let me tell you. It will take a lot more than this little joke before I let go of my land. Thank you kindly for all your work. You may have just saved me from doing something very foolish. Please accept this small reward of your work. And here are the rewards. Obviously, I'm level 58. I'm a little out-leveled. But here are Bolger's leggings, Bolger's shoulders, and Bolger's robes. We're just going to take the most expensive one. 48. And that was the Fate of the Black Rider quest chain. And you can always find him down here. And he'll just spout out his so-called intimidating lines while hanging out with a bunch of pigs. And that's one of the attractions of Budgeford. I feel like that's one of the main reasons to go there, because all of the quest chains actually in Budgeford are a little bit kind of boring. So unless you're doing like a complete run through, it's kind of like Frogmorton, and most people will just kind of bypass it. But it's definitely unique enough to make Budgeford a stop on your map if you're just leveling through. And if you're out-leveled, you can come back. Obviously, I'm out-leveled, and it's just a really fun quest chain to run through. It's light, it's fun, it's not super difficult even if you're on level, and it's just a really good reminder that the Shire is not safe, even though, you know, when you're adventuring in the Shire in early game, you know, until you get to like Evandum, like the southern part of Evandum, it feels pretty safe for the most part, like, the most fearsome threat you're going to run into are maybe some goblins, and it just sort of hints towards the larger plans brewing in Middle-earth. And that's probably one of the reasons why it's my favorite question, other than the fact that it's just downright hilarious.